This is funny. I don't think I've ever used that goblin. I always get the treasure token. I'm gonna put a +1/+1 counter on him. Oh, why not? This is hilarious. This is hilarious. My goblin. Hello, everyone. It's been a long week, and I thought I'd end the week with some magic. Just wondering if I should be playing some historic or standard tonight. I think we're going to go back to historic. I like historic. There's a lot of different types of decks that are played, and it's a little more exciting. Let's see. Tonight, let's see. Fine match. Best of 1 ranked. Historic ranked. See, we have our standard decks, Legendary Bard, Historic Dungeon. That's a fun deck to play. It's a really fun deck to play. Yeah, let's play this one again. So this week, during my lunch hour at work, I started to track down some different ideas that I'd like to talk about on my channel. Okay, we see. We can get Find the Path. Yeah, this is a good hand. It's not the best hand, but it's a good hand. I think I'm going to call it the Archives. Straight up called the Archives. And basically what it's going to talk about is I'd like to talk about abilities and old school I'm gonna put that on the island. Old school magic in general. We're looking for another land here. That's a good one. So in essence, for instance, I'd like to talk about some of the abilities from Unlimited. And Unlimited in general. And I guess Revised, whenever they started changing magic, whether it was for the better or for worse. And that's kind of the idea I'd like to talk about. Was it better? Is it better now? I'm going to pay 2 here so I can play 2 different things. I'm going to play Nadar. Yep, and Triumphant Adventure. Create a treasure token. For instance, did you know that... I haven't looked it up yet, but at some point in time they went from a 40-card deck to a 60-card deck. So if you look at the original rules of Magic, it was only a 40-card deck. And you could have as many of a single card as you wanted to in your deck. They changed that pretty quickly. I remember I went to a tournament close to Pittsburgh, just north of Pittsburgh, maybe an hour north of Pittsburgh. That Scurry Oak I think we have to get rid of. That's going to be an issue. So we want to equip this. If we equip this, we'll still have 3 left. I think we'll make something -1 because he has first strike. So let's put a -4 here. Draw a card. Anyway, at this tournament, I built a 40-card deck that had Mox Rubies, Wheel of Fortunes, and Lightning Bolts, and Disenchants. Because this was during the Unlimited days, early Magic, where you could have like I said earlier, as many cards as you wanted. So I had like, I don't even remember off the top of my head, maybe 12. I'd have to rebuild this deck to try to figure that out. I'm gonna counter something. I only counter a creature or... Yeah, I don't like that. Scurry Oak. Oh, yeah, in the Wheel of Fortunes. So basically... Oh, and I had some Black Lotuses, too. This is before these cards were worth a lot of money. For instance, the Black Lotus, I think at the time, was worth maybe $7. And it's hard to believe. And this is a very sad story. But I sold... My family didn't have a lot of money at the time. And I sold pretty much all of my rares to go to prom my senior year. And I remember selling my Lotuses and Moxes. I'll let this go. And everything else for like $5 a piece. It's a very... I tell that story... I've told that story to a lot of people. It's a very sad story. I'm going to put down the One Ring this turn. Or will I? Yes, I want that. So, if I target the Scurry Oak, we'll just see. You can attack with 6 1/1s and a 5. So yeah, I have to play this. Yeah, at the time, you know, that's what I wanted to do. I really liked the girl I was going to prom with my senior year, and I wanted to make it a good time, and I think I got a couple $100 out of it. Alright, so we are going to draw a card here. Actually, we're going to cycle is what we're going to do. Do we draw a card too? I guess we can do that. Okay. What do we got here? We want to get the exile of the top 2 cards of my library. So whenever I attack, I'll get that. I'll get Lost Level and Runestone Caverns. Scry 2. I don't need that. Don't really need that. Am I just dead here? No, I don't think so. I should have played the Varus first. And what happens if I scry 3? Nothing. That costs 1. Am I dead? I can block him. I can block, and that's 5 through. I can block 3. He tramples. Yeah, let's destroy. Was that an enchantment? So yeah, I had a lot of good cards back in the day. I was only like 17, 18 at the time, so I didn't think about the future much. And I didn't think about how the possibility of that Hydra's going to get too big. Yeah, the Hydra's going to get too big. I don't have first strike on my turn from the Triumphant Adventure. No. Yeah, this is over. You're just playing along now. Okay. So anyway, that's an old Magic story. Yeah, anyway, I had this 40 card deck I took to, it's called CostCon in Butler, Pennsylvania. And I just whooped everyone's butt because I could win in one turn. I had, man, Mox Rubies, and basically I tried to put all the Mox Rubies, and the Lotus, Black Lotus is out on the first turn. Play as many Lightning Bolts as I could. And then, I'm trying to remember, then I would use a Wheel of Fortune. Hopefully I had one. If I didn't have enough Lightning Bolts to kill them then and there, I would use a Wheel of Fortune to draw. I forget, what's a Wheel of Fortune? To draw 7 cards, something like that. And then I'd get more Lightning Bolts and just do the same thing over again and just play more Mox Rubies and more Lotuses from that hand, since they cost 0 to play. And they'd be dead. It was either one turn or sometimes 2 turns and they'd be dead. So the reason I played White and some Mox Pearls, because of back then, or no, they were Disenchants. I played Disenchants because people played Circle of Protections. And that's actually one of the things I wanted to talk about in my Archives channel is Circle Protections, because I actually miss them. Can you imagine having a Circle Protection red in Standard now against red decks? You still need mana to spend on it, but that'd be a pretty cool card to have, I think. Anyway. So that's the kind of stories I'd like to talk about. I guess I'm already talking about it. What are some other things I'd like to talk about? A little more formally, I guess, in my Archives channel, but banding. Bands. It existed back then. It wasn't used a lot. I remember a friend of mine tried to make some banding decks. Basically, for every creature you had banding. I'm trying to remember off the top of my head. For every creature you had that had bands or banding, you could... It's a pretty good hand. You basically band 2 creatures together to form one essential creature whenever they attack or block. I don't know what I'm playing against yet, so that's gonna go scry it away. I don't know if it would work well in today's Standard. Maybe it would. I don't know. What are some other things I wanted to talk about? Lore. Remember Lore? What is this? Oh, it's an elf deck? Okay, we're just gonna kill him right now. Create a treasure token. And there we go. Lore was cool. There was this green creature that had it. I don't remember the name off the top of my head. Okay, we're going to basically just play Eliwick here. It was like a 6/4, I think. For each additional creature that blocked it, it got +2/+2. Oh man, I can't remember. I made a deck out of it though, using there's enchantments for Lore, and oh man, I'm trying to remember how it worked. I don't think I have those cards anymore. Enter into the dungeon. Draw a card. That's good. Get rid of that? No. I don't have a way of getting rid of that, but I do have a counter spell. think we'll play... We'll attack. And play the Varus. It didn't always work well, this lore, but it was cool. Basically, what lore did was it forced, for a creature that had lore on it, Lure, it forced all available creatures that could block to block it. So if you had Death Touch or something like that, it was really, really powerful. And I think they have cards essentially that abilities that do the same thing now.
I just love a good quest.
All right, that glowing rights is not good for us. Okay, we're gonna use Varus's ability. Scry. That's a good card, but I need land. I need land. I think I'm gonna kill that growing rights. Oh, that was his whole game. Okay. So yeah, that's what the archives are going to be about. I'm excited to start talking about it. I'm up to like 10 topics already. The 40 card deck thing is kind of similar to how drafts work. Circle protections. If you've never used circle protections before, oh, and there's one other thing I wanted to talk about too. So circle protection, I think it only works. I think it's only a white card, but basically you can, since it's like white's always been a little defensive. Hopefully we get our third land. But basically, I think it costs 1 to play. So let's just say it's called Circle Protection Red. And we're just going to kill that thing right away. And as long as you spend, for every 1 mana that you spend, you can block damage from a single source. So, like, let's just say you're playing against mono red. Okay, first strike flying. Hey, got another Shelter by Dose. Sure, we'll take that. Where was I? Yeah, so against mono red, if they had 2 creatures attacking, as long as you had 2 planes available, you could block, even if they're, you know, monstrous raging and all that good stuff, doing 10 points of damage on 1 single creature. Just say, you know, Circle Protection white, you're done. And that's it. As long as you have 1 white mana to block that. I think we'll play Varus first. Varus can block stuff in the air. I think it'd be a cool card to bring back. And I think it was only white that could play all the circle protections. I still have some from Unlimited or Revised, I forget. From, you know, whenever I played back in the day. Because I didn't sell those. Those were commons or uncommons back then. They weren't worth anything. And they're really not worth probably much nowadays either. But they're worth more than they were back then. Oh, the other one I wanted to talk about was Elemental Blasts. What is this thing? Destroy target 9 permanent, activate Vigilance, Lifelink. Okay, so what we're going to do is play the Adventurer. That'll go draw a card. Hopefully we get a land here. No, we're just destined to not get lands. I'm wondering, yeah, we'll go down the Dungeon of the Mad Mage. Elemental Blast. It's cool because the opposite colors in the magic color cycle or color tree can counter spells from that area. So, like, there's a Elemental Blast. Basically, red can counter blue spells. And I remember there was a green card or a black card that could counter green spells, and it might have been an enchantment, not an actual instant or sorcerer. Instant or interrupt, they called them back then. But it would be cool to have, just as long as it's just like one card. You don't want to go overboard, like, you know, blue has 10 different counters, maybe even more in standard right now. But if you just had one possible card that could counter blue spells, that'd be interesting. This is not ideal. Okay. Well, I don't venture in the dungeon again, and I can play it, so let's keep it. Eventually I'll get a land. Or another... You gotta block it eventually, right? Guess we'll play this. What's that Exquisite Blood do again? Okay. They're trying to combo here. He can kill the Adventurer now. Not quite. Probably a combo. When an opponent loses life, you gain that much life. Whenever you gain life, target opponent loses that much life. I'm sure there's a combo here. So he life links for 4. So then I would lose 4. And then whenever I lose 4, he gains 4. Yeah, he already has the combo. He already has the combo. Or she. Angelicus PT. The other question is, should they just... Yeah, that's not going to work. It's not going to work. Oh my gosh. Did you really just do that? Whenever you gain life. No, you have to gain life. If you would have attacked there, I think you would have won. So as long as I... Well, he could just turn that on too. But if we... Let's see here. Should we get the treasure token? I think I just attack with everything and he's dead. Yep. Create a treasure token. Sure. No, they're just dead. They should have won that game. I think all they had to do was attack with Vona. They didn't even have to do that during his turn. It's not... Oh, activate only during your turn. Okay, I'm sorry. They did. Yep, and you're dead. Good game. Yeah, I think that would be exciting. Maybe go old school and, like, make a, Kind of like how WoW did with WoW Classic, the World of Warcraft Classic. You know how basically they started on the original game and then they went to the first expansion, then the second expansion, then the third expansion. It would be pretty cool if they went back to like beta or alpha and then beta and then unlimited. I think they're all the same. They might have had some additional cards up and through unlimited, and then revise and antiquities, etc., etc. Arabian Nights. That would be so cool. I think they should do that. All right, let's switch up decks for a second. Now we'll play another game. Wouldn't it be neat to see, like, let's say, I don't know, every 2 months or something, they brought out another set from the original game, starting from the original game, Arena, or of Magic. Unlimited set. And you only got to play with those cards, of course. I don't have any white mana. That's not good. So I'm going to mulligan this. Now I have white mana. Okay, good. And black. This is a good hand. All right, we'll put back this Find the Path. What does this do again? Look at this. I get 3 random non-land cards from target opponent's library. Exile one of them face down. You may cast that card for as long as it remains exiled, and you may spend mana that would mana. What happens to the other 3? Or the other 2 cards? Doesn't matter, I guess. They're not in exile, so. Vadmir, New Blood. Let's just kill it. We want to scry right away, and the Triumphant Adventure is going to take a turn for that to happen, and I want to make sure I get my land. Although we did pretty well on last game without much land. Or was that the game before? I don't remember. Hey, look, we still didn't get it. I'm playing Adventure. Tasha?
When I win, I'd love feedback.
Whenever a creature attacks you or Tasha, Unholy Archmage, put a -1/-1 counter on that creature. Well, that sucks. That really sucks, Tasha. Is it worth getting the trigger? It's gonna give me a green man and I can play Varus. I think so. -6 is gonna suck. I'm thinking, my friend, thinking. I'm gonna keep it out there. I'll just play Hama Pashar. I get 2 triggers now. 2 treasure tokens. I think it's worth it. Nah. Yeah, it is kind of worth it. I need to get Varus out there. Basically sacrificing a creature to get some treasure tokens so I can play Varus. It's worth it. Yeah, should have played it. That's a good card. So we're going to play this now. We're going to venture into the dungeon. Big treasure token. We're going to play Varus now. If they do -6, they're going to have to -6 now. Or else I'm going to shelter by Ghost Sit. Is this their whole deck just to try to get Tosh out there and then steal cards from me? It might be. They should -6 now. If I draw a land, it's over. Target opponent puts a creature card of their choice from their graveyard onto the battlefield under your control. That creature gains Ward 2. Well, I think you can have Pashar. Yep, I can play it. Okay.
I bet you think you're so heroic.
I am heroic. Tasha. Whenever Thieving Aven deals combat damage to a player, heist target opponent's library. That's pretty cool. I don't have first strike right now. What does that say? You have to deal combat damage to me, so we're going to do that. They won't be able to deal combat damage to me. I hate to play the One Ring now. But why not? We need to start drawing cards. This is an interesting game. Yeah, it does nothing. Board wipe? No. Oh, look at that. And you get to venture twice. I'm going to save my Boseiju. Okay, if I play the Boseiju, well, don't have to. I don't know if they don't realize I have first strike. Creatures you control but don't own are mercenaries addition to that. At the beginning of your upkeep, exile the top X cards of target opponent's library. Where X is the number of outlaws you control. I'm just going to kill that next turn. Laughing Jasper Flint. Cool card. What is he? A lizard rogue. Yeah. I still have first strike on the attack, my friend. Let's see if he's done enough to block first. Let's see if he reads the first strike. She. Silvio. Nope. Okay. We'll drop this. I don't think I need that. It adventures into the dungeon, so it's nice. Okay. Yeah, I'm gonna play it. Ooh, nice. Can't target that Hamapashar. Okay. Was it worth losing the 2 life for you find a cursed idol? That card's really only good at the beginning of the game. Ooh, Eliwick. Eliwick. Eliwick.
Looks like someone wants a scuffle, Groke.
What can I do when I venture into the dungeon twice? I'll exile the top 2 cards in my library. Yep. Let's do that.
Oh, I think we discover something new.
Sure. Sure and sure. I'll keep them both. This game's going pretty well. This deck is really fun to play. That does nothing. And it's pretty much over.
Come on, hurry up, let's go.
Yeah, it's over. Keep one of those. So we'll cast the Sheltered by Ghosts. The cool thing is I'll get them back. If they kill my Triumphant Adventure, I'll get it back. Now we just run Tomb of Annihilation and annihilate them. They need a board wipe here. Even then, I still win. This deck is so fun to play. Nobody expects someone to play this deck. I think that's why it's so fun. It's not your normal deck. One more time. What other things? I have to bring up my archives. If you have some suggestions from old school Magic, or for me to talk about some abilities or some rules that they've changed over the years, let me know. I'll keep this because I have 2 precipitous drops, and those are really good in early game. And then I'll have Find a Path once I find my other land. You may cast Aura and equipment spells as I had flash. Whenever equipment you control enters, you may attach it to. Oh my gosh. Okay. We want to get rid of that as quickly as possible. What are you looking at my lands for? Okay, so do we play the tap lane or Find the Path? I don't think we're worried about the Soul Warden. I don't think. We'll play Find the Path. Let's do a little rampy ramp. We're playing James. Hi, James. You're on Candid Camera. Am I allowed to say that? I'm saying it. Frodo, Determined Hero. Whenever Frodo enters or attacks, you may attach target equipment you control with mana value 2 or 3 to Frodo during your turn, but all damage that be dealt to Frodo during your turn. Well, we're just going to kill Frodo. Sorry, Frodo. Probably should have cast Find the Path first. Oh my gosh. Well, Frodo is not sorry anymore. Does he have... No. Okay, well, we'd normally make a... Let's make a goblin. And we're going to Sheltered by Ghosts. I think the Colossus Hammer. Not Frodo. Although, whenever equipment you control enters. Yeah, we're going to get Frodo. Yep. We'll kill that warden. This is funny. I don't think I've ever used that goblin. I always get the treasure token. I'm going to put a +1/+1 counter on him. Oh, why not? This is hilarious. This is hilarious. My goblin. That was fun. You know, I know it was like 30 some years ago, but I still remember playing Magic back in the early 90s, 93 or whatever. And there was this one, it was the winter of 93. It was so cold, and it was very rare that they would close down school, but they closed down our high school for a whole week because it was so cold. It was like -10 or -15 or something for an entire week. So that week, we went to my friend's house, and we used to play doubles a lot. Basically, it's teams. And it was me and my buddy against another guy and his son. Yeah, I'll keep taking lands. And we just played Magic with them the entire week. Oh, Auntie. That's the other thing I wanted to talk about. Yeah, I wish I would have kept... It's okay. We'll find the path on plains. And we're gonna get a goblin again. And our goblin is gonna get sheltered by ghosts. It's gonna shelter by ghosts, this freaking elvish chancellor. Clan color. Clan color. Or the elvish archdruid. Which one? Probably the clan color. Okay. We don't have... What are we missing? We're missing blue. We should have put that on a different... No, we'll play this turn. Actually, we're just gonna get that archdruid out of there. Elves are difficult to play against. Oh, collected company during your turn. That's scary. Okay, so we're gonna... Hama Pushar. Oh, man, I can't play Nadar. This is what we're gonna do. We're gonna create a treasure token. Play Hama Pushar. And wait. And not die, hopefully. How much is that? 9, 13, 14, 15, 16. I can take 16. It's not going to be fun, but I can take 16. And then you know what we're going to do? We're going to draw... Return an elf you control to its owner's hand. Untap target creature. Activate only once each turn. Okay. We're going to draw one of our spells that'll just destroy everything. Everything and everything. What you doing? Okay. Is this some... Oh, we can only do that once each turn. Another collected company. Fun. Fun, fun, fun. Now they're only doing 7. I'm not even sure they'll attack. Might be waiting till next turn. Actually, I would probably wait till next turn, because 7 isn't going to do much. Huh, they are attacking. Okay, well... I think I am going to block, because if I do draw one of the cards that's going to kill everything, I want... And do I want Nadar? I wanted to be able to draw a card. So... 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. If I play Nadar... So I'm just going to do this for 1. I'm not going to put Hamad Bashar in there. It's not worth it. Okay, so 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I'll draw 2 cards. I should have put that find a path on a different one. One's got to be a plains, and the other one's got to say destroy all creatures. Nope. Good game. Okay. It's okay. We're allowed to lose every once in a while. What was I talking about? I don't know. I'm getting old. Oh, yeah. Playing Magic that very cold week. I think it was the winter of 93, 94. I don't remember what month it was. We had the whole week off. Yeah, we just played, went to my friend's house. I mean, it was so cold, our cars barely worked. And I remember I had a paper out back then. I had a paper out from like I was 12 to 18. I quit it sometime my senior year of high school, but holy cow, it was cold delivering papers. We'll play this first? Yeah, this first. We'll probably be playing the Precipitous Drop next turn. Which means we want to play the Blooming Marsh. Ah. Well, that sucks. Ah. Well, you know what? We're still gonna... Nah, we'll wait. We'll wait. Etching Kamado is a broken card. No wonder they got rid of that thing. Yep. Do your worst. Do your worst. Mana value 2 or less. 2 or less? 3 or less. Well, that's everything. Let's just kill that etching. It'd be worth it. Yep. I'm probably dead. Because mono runs red is so fun to play. Right, Phil? Will 4 mana do anything for me? I can play Eliwick. Yeah, we'll keep it. We just need a blocker out there. We'll put the Adventurer out there next turn. I have a feeling, though, they're just going to pump this thing up to Kingdom Come and destroy me. Okay, well, then we cast Eliwick. So we don't take 4. We do 5. if they ignore Eliwick.
There are so many things to see.
Put our Goblin out there. We've been using the Goblin a lot lately. If they have removal, they should use it on the Goblin. Yeah, Eliwick kicks butt. Glad you're reading her. I am going to block this big one.
Hey, bounce off the loot, buddy.
Yeah. Okay. Should have went face. Oh, that hurts him too? Oh, I thought it was just me. That's funny. That's hilarious. Okay, that's a 3/3. And it's not going to do damage to me. That's good. Do I have anything to bring back? I do not. I get to venture in the dungeon. Do I get to gain life? Yeah. Do that. Okay. Do your worst. We need some kind of lifelink here. This is a weird deck. It's fun, though. I like playing against weird. Yes, I will definitely block you. Not even a question. Okay, so now I play Hama Pashar. And do I have white there? I do. Yep. I know. I know. Is that the only one I play? No, I go down to 6. I have to. I have to get my... I have to trigger dungeons. I have to venture into the dungeon. Hopefully you can't just burn me for 6 here. Phil. Phil, are you gonna burn me? 2 more lightning strikes. Nope. Okay. Okay. If I play Nadar... might be able to do it before I attack. Yeah, I know I'm down to 4. Can you kill me now, Phil? Double triggers. And I'll gain 2 more life. If you have burn, you should do it now, Phil. Come on, Phil. Come on. Gain life times 2. Thank you. I'm going to the yawning portal. Phil, I have first strike. Nobody reads the card. Target opponent may have risk factor deal farmer to them. If that player doesn't, you draw 3 cards. And then jumpstart. You may cast this card from your graveyard by discarding a card in addition to paying its other costs. Well, I don't want to take 4 damage. Let him draw 3 cards. Yeah, I'm probably dead. It just sounds like he has a lot of burn. Okay, we'll play this, and we'll trigger another dungeon right now. Yeah. Oh, I'm sure he has. Phil has burn galore here. There we go. Keep burning me, Phil. Sure. Mm-hmm. Got another Kamano? No. Yep, that sucks. Okay, well, can't block the Nemesis. So, which means we want to do this. I'm just going to go right to face. Nothing I could do about it. Yeah, the Screaming Nemesis is just a broken card. It really is. Anyway, you guys enjoyed my stories, and yeah, I'll be creating my archive sometime soon. I'm gonna go play some D&D 3.5 edition tomorrow with some friends. So maybe Sunday I'll have time to do some archiving. Need to do a little more work on planning and stuff like that first. So hopefully soon. Have a good night, everyone. Thanks for stopping by.